Liandre got the juice. Liandre got the juice.
VS iced it out.
Let's go. We back. We're back. Am I centered? Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm centered. You're centered. We're all centered. Let's get this. I want to put this one over here now. Let's do that. Let's put the big one over there. Boom, boom, here. What's up, everybody? Good morning, everybody. We back. I told y'all we was going to get this thing figured out. We was going to get it fixed. I told y'all we will not give up. We not going to quit. I went to bed last night and I woke up early this morning. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning trying to figure out what's going on over here with the stream, man. So hopefully today we make it through a good stream. We make it through a clean stream. I am glad to be here, y'all. Y'all just don't know, man. Y'all just don't know. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's been a game week. It's like, I mean, I was for real sad yesterday. Y'all just don't know. I was for real sad last night. I could not stream and get this content out and give y'all the insight and give y'all a chance to let y'all voices be heard. But let's do a roll call, man. Since we live, man, let's make sure we good. Roll Tide. Zach came in with the first comment of the day. Greg came through. What's up, Greg? How you feeling? Bino, we back, man. AAA in the house. Shawnee, what's good? Kimberly, Jordan, Gary, what's good? Gary, what's up, little bro? Everybody in the chat, man. Let's see who else in here. Kinesis is in the chat. What's up, Kimberly? Let me see who else is in here. Let me see. Dwight, what's good, bro? What's good, Jason? Everybody in here, man. And some of y'all are coming up on that 6 month mark, that 6 month member mark. Yeah, I can't wait for those icons to be unveiled, man. I think it's gonna be pretty cool when y'all get to see how much of the channel has been updated over the weekend, man. We did some good bye week edits and upcoming stuff. So yeah, we good. What I told you, Smook, Miami and Cam Ward is legit. They are 9-0 and number 4 in the polls. Whoop-de freaking do in the ACC. I can't wait till SMU put a beating on them boys, man. Coming here talking about some Miami. It's been what? It's been 20 years? Yeah, 20 years. You do. I mean, you can't stay trash for long, man, especially with NIL. Can't stay trash for long. Yeah, F them Tigers, baby. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Coach Smook? Showing love from Destin, Florida. World Tide. What's good, my bro? Hey, you need to get that wristband, my guy. Somebody get it, Brandon, the wristband. What's good, Mary J? How you feeling, sis? Good morning. Good morning, Miami trash, man. They have not played anybody, and they've had so much help from the ref. Cam Ward is a different type of guy, though. I watched some of his throwing mechanics last game. Dude is legit. He is a different type of breed, but I would love to see them against a complete team, man. And Duke really had them. They went through a 6-minute stretch where the ball just didn't go their way, man. They just didn't go their way. But that's Miami. We ain't stand Miami. Miami has no defense, and has both defense, and my old high school coach is the DC. Whoop-de-doo, I guess. What's up, Chief? Came in here to wine today. We got space for you. We got fair weather. We got a whole new fair weather little jigama thing we do, bro. Darius Fontaine said Georgia football in first place. Hey, who want to do the honors for Darius today, man? Who want to do the honors? Gary, you want to do the honors, Gary? Yeah. Gary, you want to do the honors? He's also averaging like 50 pass attempts a game too, man. Golly, somebody get this man a Cam Ward donut. Somebody get this man a Cam Ward donut. But here in the first 15 minutes of the show, y'all know we like to give everybody opportunity for their notifications to come through. We sitting at 30 viewers live right now, 12 likes. Y'all make sure y'all run the likes up, man. Y'all make sure y'all run the likes up. What's up, Jay? How you feeling, man? Roll Tide, man. What's good, man? Nah, Chief, I was asking, was you representing for your fair weather community today, man? I told you we are all inclusive community. We accept fair weathers, we accept the solid fans, we accept bandwagons, we accept them all. We accept you. No, he don't. He don't, Kinesis, and that's the funny part. Who handled him? Bino. See, Bino be being nice. Y'all. What's up, my guy? Gary T. What's good, family? How you feeling? What's good, man? Miami whooped Louisville, and Louisville is ranked, and the Ville whooped on Clemson a few days ago. Man, you know what? I'm telling you, SMU And maybe I think Pitt is in the ACC too, right? Isn't Pitt in the ACC? They had an off game last week too. I'm just saying, Miami's been getting by. They've been squeaking by. Not today, unless we talking Milroe. Oh, go ahead. Hey, y'all want me to give him a preview? I don't think he was here to see the preview of his new intro for them Fairweathers. I think I got it loaded. Let me see if I got it loaded right. Let me see. Let's see. It's up. Y'all done messed up and let me. It's up. Put some fire in the chat if you ready for the Fairweather Fan Report. If y'all listen, I need y'all antennas. Everywhere today. I need y'all Fairweather detectives on high alert. On high alert today. They are out this week, man. I'm telling y'all. And this is our week to shut them up, dude. It's our week to shut them up. All right. Hey, Gary, I'm telling you, see, if y'all ain't got no wristband, somebody help Gary get a wristband. And if you don't know what a wristband is, I'm going to show you here in a second. Listen, we got a lively show today. We're breaking it down. Alabama, LSU. You can see the schedule at the bottom of the show. At the bottom of the screen. The banner, we got the call-in segment. I got my brother Curtis. Hopefully, I think we got Curtis coming on the line today for game management. My manager. Let me see. I might have a sub. We might have a special. Might have a special call in. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I got it, bro. I got it, bro. Kimberly, tell him we ain't playing with him. Kimberly. We ain't playing with him. Kimberly, tell him we ain't playing. But yeah, we gonna jump into the show, man. I appreciate y'all for being here. I like to keep this vibe that we got, y'all. It's different. It's authentic. People enjoy it. Even the people that have different viewpoints have been coming around a lot more. And y'all don't have to rubberneck. I promise you, it's not personal. It's literally just opinions. Difference of opinions. It's no disrespect. I wish people would stop taking stuff so personal, man. I wish they would, because I tell you, I create some of the funniest debates and everything, man. So let's have some fun today. Share it up. Make sure you liking the stream. We're at 18 likes with 33 viewers on YouTube. We got 7 on Twitter. We don't have anybody on Facebook yet. So y'all go ahead and share the live up. We at that 15-minute mark right here in this infomercial break. I want y'all to take advantage of becoming a member of the AAA family. And if you see any ads on this channel, man, while we're live, make sure y'all don't hit skip. Do not skip them. At least watch them for 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds of ad revenue in today's show, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here and supporting the Coach Smook Network. If you're not a member, this is how you become a member. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. And each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at CoachSmookNetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Keep me off the ball, I run.
Leandre Gott Tejus.
Yes, come on, y'all. Welcome back to the Coach Smook Morning Show, man. Listen, it's not even okay. Hey, we got a new special guest coming on. So let me jump into the segment today, y'all. I can't wait to dive into this conversation today. We got Alabama and LSU. Finally, we got good connection. We're not lagging. Everybody good in the chat. Hopefully, y'all are sticking around and hoping to get some of this insight today. We got a special caller here. In about 15 minutes, we're going to call my guy. Y'all know him. He writes for The Athletic, one of their columnists, one of their team reporters for the University of Alabama for The Athletic, a national publication. My guy, Kenny Smith III, Kenny Lloyd Smith III, man, Skinny Kenny on Twitter. Y'all got to check him out. Can't wait to get him on today. We're just going to talk what this season is shaped up to be. We haven't talked to him in about 2 months. And then we're also going to just discuss this game this weekend. And shout out to my guy, Zach, for becoming the first co-sponsor on today's stream with his $9.99 super chat. Zach coming in with the love saying, roll Tide for life and beat them Tigers. Man, exactly, Zach. I'm with it today, man. Zach, I'm with it today. I feel like we really going to have a chance to showcase what this team is really made of this weekend. And I'm excited for it. So, Zach, thank you for supporting the network, man, and donating that $9.99 super chat, man. You're greatly appreciated, as all the super chats are appreciated. But today, if you want to become a co-sponsor on today's stream, 5 gifted super chats or 5 gifted memberships, a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, direct donation, and all green super chats or higher will be recognized as co-sponsors on today's stream. Thank y'all for being here. And just remember that this stream is powered by you, the AAA family, and all of our sponsors, Diamond Sports Group, and the Men of Standard Executive Security Team. But jumping into today's show, man, let's get into the topic, man. Y'all know I like to dive into it. 3 keys to victory. And as I open the spread, man, I look at the spread. They're giving Alabama the advantage right now with a lot of injuries to you see LSU suffered a lot of injuries against Texas A&M. Both teams suffered some injuries last week. And then you see Texas A&M the week before. Then you see Texas A&M go into this game against South Carolina, and they get beat up a little bit as they take a big loss to South Carolina. So diving into just the spread and everything of how this game is starting to shape up. And let me see if I can get this corrected, y'all. Make sure Caleb DeBoer ain't in our background talking, so we don't get copyrighted. Let me see if I can get the right angle here. Here we go. Boom. All right, so check this out, y'all. Y'all see the spread. They have Alabama as a 2.5 point favorite, 3 point favorite, right? They're giving us 3 points, saying that we're going to win. They're giving they're saying the over under is 59.5. They're banking on it being under 60 points. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like this is going to be a higher scoring game. Which offense gets going first is going to be a tell of this game, honestly. And the defense, I think our defense has the advantage in this game. I think our defense has the serious advantage in this game. And I'm not saying that being a homer. I just think our defense is it's starting to pick up momentum a lot better than a lot of other defenses in the league. And a lot of the numbers that we are seeing against our defense is majority penalty yardage. A lot of it is penalty yardage. I went back and I was looking at our stats. We do good on first down run containment. We do good on second and passing containment. We do good on third down. A lot of those third down conversions, even in the Vanderbilt game, 6 of those third down conversions were off of penalties, guys. So it's not that our defense is, and now we had the tackling issue early in the season. We see that number has dropped. It's not that our defense can't execute or won't execute. I think they're just getting into the swing of thing. They're getting comfortable with the scheme, and we're seeing how effective the philosophy of this 4-2-5 scheme, this 3-4 nickel scheme, is in the play calling style that Kane Womack is calling it. So I'm not mad at the development curve that's happening right now with our defense. So I think that gives us the advantage. Gary says, I really like Milroe running against LSU. The RPO should be popping as well as our backs toting the rock. I think that's going to be something that they're going to key on. And for that reason, I hope Nick Sheridan has a plan in place to give the look, but not necessarily rely on Milroe's legs to be the run game. Let's attack them with our interior run game with our backs. I agree 100%. King Family Reacts, what's good, man? How you feeling? Get your wristband. What's up, Chapman? Y'all, a lot of y'all missing wristbands. We need to get them some wristbands, y'all. We need to get them some wristbands. KT got her wristband. I didn't get a notification. Oh, no way. That's crazy, huh? Crazy work. It is crazy because we had 48 viewers, man. And when that ad went through, it went down to like 17. I don't know if that just pushed people out. But if you get an ad, man, I believe our content, the post live viewership is starting to pull a lot of algo. So we're starting to get a lot of ad revenue in our algorithm. So thank y'all for supporting. But this defense really has a chance to really show up. Not Doug Nussmeier. What's the young man's name? Nussmeier, the young man, the quarterback for LSU. He's a solid talent. He's a solid quarterback. If you provide him space, if you can get to him and disrupt him, he will eat your defense up. He will dice you up. So the 3 keys to success. Number 1, we have to be able to get pressure with 4. We can't in this game. I don't believe we have the space with being in that environment. We cannot allow opportunities for them to create early momentum. So how do you do that? Defensively, we have to be able to get home with 4. That's number 1. Number 2, my second key to victory for Alabama. For our offense, establish the run game early. And I'm not talking about 3 yards a pop. I'm talking about an explosive run game. We need to establish an explosive run game. I've seen our run game average 3, 4.1, 4 point. Let's establish an explosive run game. Can Nick Sheridan dial up enough zone run game, enough zones run scheme mixed with the pin and pull scheme? Can he get that mixed in early enough and with enough volume for it to be effective to where it is an explosive part of our game plan? And number 3, back end discipline on the defense for our safeties. We have had very few issues with our safeties getting beat on the back end. We've had very few drops in coverage. The only few we've seen is when you catch a safety walking up late in coverage and some type of transition motion, something like that. But I think this game, if we maintain our back end discipline, and we have Bray Hubbard, he's out there in the fire again. Red Morgan's back healthily. I've been hearing that he's getting back to good form. I'm not sure if he's going to be available, but you got guys like Cam Howard who's been playing meaningful snaps. King Mack, they have been playing meaningful snaps, and I believe these guys are going to be pivoted for big opportunities to impact the game. if they stay disciplined on the back end, because Nussmeier is very accurate downfield. Shout out to the 22 likes in the chat, and shout out for Zach upgrading his membership, upgrading to AA. That's what up, man. That's what's up, Zach. Upgrading that membership, AA in the house. And for everybody that's wondering what's the difference between the memberships, you will see. I'm telling you, the off season, you will see. We have a lot of events planned. Shout out to my brother JB. I haven't seen JB check in yet, but shout out to him. His wife, she's coming onto the team tentatively, right? Be on this game. Oh yeah, hey y'all, I just text Luke Metz, man. Just invited me to his first round playoff game. It's not this weekend, it's next weekend. So we got a lot of stuff going on with the network. But what time is it? Let me stay on task. We got 1 more minute. I said, so my first key, defensive pressure with 4, right? Second key, establishing an explosive run game. And the third key was the back end discipline by our safeties, secondary, however you want to look at it. The back end discipline has to be there. There's going to be some effective play action. And I like the offensive coordinator for LSU. So can Kane Juan McDowell up the pressure? Can Nick Sheridan be consistent in the run game play calling? Because I think that's where we need to live at. We need to live with our run game. We really need to live with our run game. So y'all sit tight real quick. Let me get ready to get our guest caller on the line. And while y'all are waiting, man, I'm gonna put a poll in the chat, and we'll discuss the poll for the time being. What's your defensive? Okay, this game. How many pass yards does the defense yield? More than 150? More than. So when I say more than 150 and more than 250, I say more than 150 but less than 250. When I say less than 250, when I say more than 250, that means they bombing us. Y'all give me some thoughts on that. Give me some votes on that. Get in that poll and vote. Shout out to the 34 viewers in the chat, man. Let's get those likes up. We're at 24 likes on the stream. Hey, can we get that up to 25, man? Can we get that up? I'm excited, man, about our phone call we about to have, man. Kenny Lloyd Smith the third, man. I love saying his name. I love saying his name, bro. That's like the coolest, like, I mean, most cultured. You talking about black excellence? You got like 4 different. Come on, man. I'm talking about the well known. Which mouse am I grabbing right now? Tripping. Can't call nobody if I can't grab the right mouse. Y'all, I'm so grateful for y'all being here today too, y'all. All right, so y'all, we're gonna go to a quick infomercial break, and then when we come back, we're gonna check out that poll. Right? Don't forget our 3 keys to victory. 1, get in pressure with our front 4. Get in pressure on the quarterback with our front 4. 2, establishing the explosive run game early. And number 3, back end discipline with our safeties and our corners. All right, back end discipline with our secondary. Don't forget, y'all. Coming up next, we got Kenny Lloyd Smith the third, jumping on the lines here to talk game management with Coach Smook. Kenny Lloyd Smith of the Athletic. Y'all share it up. Let everybody know, man. We got some fire on the stream today. I can't wait to get back with y'all right after this infomercial break. We'll be right back. Thank you all for being members of the AAA too. Welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you will have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel. backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook, it will be preferred. And we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions and welcome to the family. AAA SOS. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. What's up, everybody? I hope y'all are having a good time in the chat, because I am. And we got somebody special on the back end, y'all. We got him on the line. Y'all know him as Kenny on Twitter. Y'all know him as Kenny Smith, the third on the Athletic, man. But we got him on the line here on the Coach Smook call-in show, man, talking about our Alabama Crimson Tide. Y'all know he does team reporting. He writes on the team for the University of Alabama football. So welcome to the stage, everybody. My guy, my brother, Kenny. What's good, my guy? How you feeling this morning?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Glad to have you on, man. And listen, y'all, I texted him about 30 minutes ago and asked him will he be able to jump in, and my bro said that should work, and he showed up, man. So I appreciate you, Kenny, for doing that, man. You didn't have to. So as always, man, it's an honor, bro. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. Looking forward to the game this weekend. Finally got approved for a credential, so I've been kind of waiting on that. So excited to be heading down the nine. It went to game 7. It was close. So
man.
Got it. So looking forward to going there. It's gonna be my first game at LSU. So looking forward to it. And you can definitely feel the energy in the air out here in Tuscaloosa. You could tell. People are excited for the team to get back out there. Obviously, a lot of conversation about the Missouri game and what it means for this Saturday. So I'm just ready to get there and see what happens.
100%, man. And I can just imagine, bro, the energy there. I'll be making my way up on campus to do my score prediction segment this week, man. And my nephew, he's my cameraman, and he's a student there. And he's just talking about, just the anticipation, man. Not just from the students, man, but it seems like a lot of the former alumni are showing up on campus this week, to just kind of give that extra boost of encouragement, especially, it's looking like it's going to be some crazy weather. So just the whole emotion of the game, everything around it is shaping up to hype it up to make it what a classic Alabama LSU rivalry game is supposed to feel like. Kalen DeBoer in his first year in this rivalry, how does he handle it? So many questions, so many things to dive into and talk about today. And we're going to touch on it, man. We're going to touch on it. So let's just lead off with this, man. Your overall take on what this team has developed into. Here we are sitting at 6-2 on the season. Still in playoff contention. You see us AP poll number 11. Just give me your assessment of this team thus far this season.
At this point, if we're looking at it from a national perspective, I think they're a solid playoff contender. I have them in my field. I know the first playoff rankings are coming out tonight. I had to do something for the Athletic. I believe I had Alabama around 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. They're, to me, a solid playoff team. I wouldn't say they're firmly in the field. I think they could solidify with the win over LSU. But I feel like they're among the 10 to 15 best teams in the country based off of what we've seen from them and what we've seen from everybody else. I think more specifically with Alabama's team. I think the defense has a very clear identity now.
Yes.
With what they're doing, rushing the passer, what they're doing, taking the ball away. I think it's very clear what they're doing, and they're executing it at a high level. I still feel like the offense doesn't have much of an identity. It feels like we're kind of seeing different things week to week. Sometimes they're a shot play offense. Sometimes they're a little bit more balanced. Sometimes it's, mostly just on Jalen Miller running the ball or hitting a deep shot. So I think they're still kind of rounding into form. I think they found some answers against Missouri running the ball that I hope continues against LSU so we can start to see a little bit more balance. They're still finding their way. Special teams, probably a below average unit, especially because, Cole Adams is now out. We don't know what's going to happen at punt returner. But all those things considered, I feel like they're still a top 10 to 15 team. And I feel good about where they are going into the LSU game, especially how they handled that Missouri game and how well they played.
Right. And I think you're hitting right on the head. My overall assessment of this team, and I'm leaning more towards the games where our offense looked its best. And I think my assessment from the beginning of the season, before the season, I felt like this team would have more success, regardless of how early our past game saw success with Milroe's improvement in his pass mechanics. I felt like our best asset was the run game. We have the build for it, especially in our offensive line front, in our running back room. Richard Young went down early with an ankle injury, just getting back to close to 100% as he's probably going to get, right? I just felt like that would be where our strength was. And we've seen that. Games where we've seen the most balance is when the run game had an opportunity to be explosive. And that was one of my keys to success for this game this week. And I know you probably didn't get to prep anything. You're probably working on something. But one of my keys to success, I said, was and we're going to stick on the offensive side, establishing the early explosive run game. What do you feel like if you had to establish one key for the offense this game, being that you feel like we're still trying to find that identity, what would be that key to establish this game against LSU in order for us to kind of reestablish or to confirm an identity being established?
Yeah, I think I would like to see a continuation of what we saw against Missouri, which was a steady dose of running backs on the ground. And you're talking about you thought the run game was going to be farther along. The ironic part about it is that from the time spring practice started to now, the lead talking point within the facility of who we've talked to has been the fact that they felt like the running backs might have been the best position on the team.
Right.
Yet they've been underutilized relative to the hype. So that's the ironic part about it. It's like we thought the running game was going to be really good because they told us the running game was going to be really good, and we just haven't seen that. So that's what I want to see. I want to see them establish something on the ground, especially because up until this point, obviously you build your offenses around the quarterback, but Alabama's run game identity is pretty much centered on Jalen Milroe, which was why against Missouri in a couple weeks ago, and the debate about swapping out Ty Simpson for Jalen Milroe, it's like if you put in another quarterback, Alabama's run game identity was Jalen Milroe also. You have to have an identity outside of him running the ball.
Right.
A lot of what they've done this year has been built off of him running the ball, and then you throw in an option, you throw in a jet motion, and then you run off of the threat of Jalen Milroe running because you've already established that. So I want to see Justice and Jam get into a consistent rhythm early. I want to see them running downhill. If you could do it to the right side to build up Elijah Pritchett's confidence, I feel like that's probably the more direct play. Pritchett looked really good on the ground against Missouri, and when he's confident and when he knows what he's doing, he can be a really good player. So I think establishing that confidence with him is going to be especially key too, because you're going to need him to pass protect. But I think establishing Jam and Justice would probably be my main key offensively of what I want to see early.
Right. And I want people to understand something. When I say success of the run game, I think we have to really be careful with how we say that, because for me, I don't think the run game is failing. I think we just need more volume. This run game is very effective. One of the best in the country when you talk about just numbers. And I'm trying to pull up this screen. Let me see. I'm gonna go. I think I have it right here. I'm gonna share this screen here. All right, guys. So check this out. I'm gonna bring this up here, and I want y'all to look at the averages, and I'll read them out to you, Kenny. I know you can't see them, But I'm gonna realign it. I don't care about the yardage right now. I want to look at the averages, and we're talking about just explosive type numbers. And you're going to see there's a one off here with Dylan Lonergan having a 16-yard average with his one carry. But Jeremy Bernard, when he touches the ball in the run game, explosive, 9.3 yards per carry. Kendrick Law, every time the wide receivers touch it in the run game, 9 yards a carry, right? Richard Young, been injured, but 12 carries on the season, averaging 7 yards per carry. And then you got Justice Haynes and Jam Miller, who should be your cattle horses. They're at the neither one of them have touched the ball 100 carries. Neither one of them have 100 carries here, but they're both averaging 6 yards per carry. And then you have Jalen Miro, your quarterback, who's taking the blunt of the hit, and he's only averaging 3.7 right there at the 4-yard mark, which is expected when he's pulling the ball as many times. He struggled with reading the option. So I want everybody to see that this offensive run game, the rushing attack is not ineffective. It's the volume. Like to my statement before the season started, this team has to be led by the run game, and the numbers are proving it. The numbers are proving it. So we must see that. Kenny, any other thoughts on the offensive side? I know I asked about the run game, but anything in particular that you could think of that will also need to be highlighted for this game for us to see like just a dominant win or dominant game offensively against LSU?
Yeah. I want to see them go back to the Georgia game plan from this lens. It was clear that Georgia wanted to get after Jalen Miller early in that game, but it felt like every time they did it, Alabama had an answer. There was somebody underneath. There was a quick pass game. Miller knew what to do with the ball quickly. He was getting the ball out. He was decisive. They had things underneath prepared to counteract that. LSU is going to bring pressure. They're one of the best teams in the SEC at sacking the quarterback, bringing pressure, tackles for loss, all of those things. They're going to have to find a way to get the ball out of Jalen Miro's hands quickly and get positive yards on early downs. That's really what's been killing Alabama's offense is they get into these 3rd and longs constantly because they can't do anything on early downs. So getting the ball out early, establishing something, getting ahead of the chains, I think is going to be really key in this game and keeping the crowd at bay. So I want to see them implement more quick pass game. I want to see more underneath routes, those long developing routes on 1st down, followed by a run on 2nd down. We need to see less of that and more of being a little bit more proactive. So I'll be really interested to see what the early game script is to get the offense on track.
Right. And I honestly believe we will go opposite of that. Just knowing what Nick Sheridan's mindset is with getting Milroe settled early. The challenge has been, can we do it with his arm early? And we saw last game, there were opportunities for it. He checked the quick check down to Robbie. It was the first drive, honestly, against Missouri was what you want to see as far as improvement. The only thing you want to get from that first drive is you want to get 7 out of that. You want to get 6 points, get the extra point, get your 7 out of that. But I think in the past game, you're absolutely correct, man. The quick screens, getting the ball in athletes' hands, that's been our most effective buildup around getting the offense in a rhythm. But if we just so happen to go away from that mentality, right? And we put pressure on their defensive front to stop the run game first, I think we will see a real explosive offense. I think the pass game is that more effective when you allow the run game to be established first. And we have the capability and the assets to do so. So I'm not worried about it. I think our offensive line is going to be challenged early, but we've seen our offensive line make, tremendous second half adjustments the whole season. I don't think they've gotten enough credit. Your thoughts on that, Kenny?
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I think we are starting to see progress there. And that's what my thing going back to Pritchett. He really is kind of like, he's obviously one of the best player on the offensive line, but he is kind of the key because if he can just play with consistency and confidence, the sky is really the limit for this offense and what they could do on the ground and through the air. So that's why I would say, establish his confidence early, really kind of hone in on him. LSU is going to attack that side of the line to try to get some pressure. So if he can kind of take a leap after the bye week and really kind of hone in on that technique, then this line is going to be in a really good spot. This offense is going to be in a really good spot. But to your point about, that group's progression, like remember, This was Chris Capello was not the first choice for offensive line coach. They kind of had to get him on the fly and what he's been able to do, kind of new players, what he wants to do with DeBoer kind of coming in, not having that synergy on his staff, and the job that he's done building that group over time has been pretty impressive.
Right. And I think people forget that too. He wasn't the first option, but schematically, the build that we had, he knows how to operate with this anatomy of players in getting them to conform to this. And I've seen them get a lot better and a lot more comfortable with the pulling in that spin pull system, especially our tackles. Caden Proctor is getting out in space a lot more comfortable. Their heads are getting on a swivel. And like to your point, man, Elijah Pritchett in space in the run game is probably the most effective blocking scheme we see from our offensive line. Anytime you could get him moving and get him in space, because he's very athletic. Him, Jaden Roberts, and Tyler Booker are all very athletic. I mean, even Parker Brailsford. I know Jaden Roberts has been, battling a few nicks and bruises here, lingering injury there with the ankle. Hopefully this bye week did some good for their health, because a healthy front with Elijah Pritchett, even Wilkin-Ford came in and played some solid snaps last game. So I want to see this team continue to improve on the momentum offensively. Let's jump to the defensive side, Ken. We got about 15 more minutes on this call here. Bro, I'm so excited about this defense. I think Kane Womack's style and his philosophy is starting to resonate with the defense. And I'm in this with a critical and somebody that I'm high on that just has not been performing up to par. The defense around him has been really saving him, and that's Deontay Lawson, man. What do you think is going to need to happen for that one piece, or in my opinion, that one piece to come along and really solidify what this defense can really be?
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think the inside back group as a whole hasn't. We thought at the beginning of the year, it's like, okay, this could be maybe the best tandem in the country. It hasn't quite lived up to that. It's been good, but not elite or great, I would say. I just think there just needs to be a little bit more decisiveness with the run fist. A lot of times they're just kind of, just slightly out of position. The missed tackling has probably been the biggest thing that I've seen is just, they're kind of missing guys in space. So I just think, it sounds like a mundane answer, but just kind of a little bit more of like kind of keying in on the fundamentals, just being in the right spot. And when you're in the right spot, actually making the right play. The defensive line, I think, has masked a lot of that because they've just been playing at an incredibly high level this year. They have been really, really good. And Freddie Rose deserves a ton of credit for how he has elevated the game of so many players in that room. But that's kind of what I want to see just out of Deontay. This, again, just more decisiveness, more confidence, and then like higher level of execution, like being in the right spot. And when you're in the right spot, actually making the play. Those two things haven't quite lined up week over week at this point.
Right. And I will say this, even in the Tennessee game, I think our defense played a solid game. We saw the effectiveness of Justin Jefferson, Quay Rousseau healthy. Jahad Campbell is still battling that shoulder injury. I really hope that that's not a lingering thing for him throughout his career, because it looks pretty bad. It just progressively gets bad throughout the game. And you can tell he's fighting through it. But you also see guys like Justin Okoronkoro. I wish I could say his name correctly, but Justin man, you see him getting snaps, meaningful snaps, and being effective.
Not to cut you off, but every time he's in the game, he's always like leading the defense in tackles.
Every game.
Like he had the second most tackles. He had like the third most tackles or something like that against Missouri. He only played the last drive of the game. Like he led the team in tackles during the 8-8 too. He is always around the ball.
Always around the ball.
He's going to be a star in the coming years, I think. He's really good in those limited opportunities.
Justin O and Bray Hubbard bring the swarm mentality that you want in the middle of the field. When you're talking about just pursuit to the ball, run support, Justin O in coverage. I mean, literally taking away the flat reads, the swing read in against Missouri in that last drive. It's just the depth of knowledge that this young group of guys have is so amazing to me. Even with Xavier Brown, you see him and Jalen Mbakwe making huge plays for our secondary. And Damani Jackson, being used to this style of play, being able to be on an island a lot of times and really just cut the field in half. The defense has really formed up to be, if we just, and I saw the comment in the chat, if we clean up the penalties, literally the third down penalties, I talked about this earlier, 42% of the third down conversion on our defense has been because of penalties. So if you can just clean up, 42% of the third downs that you're in by not getting a penalty, we could be a top 5, top 10 as far as efficiency stats. We can be that level of a defense if we just clean up the penalties. So it's not a scheme problem like I heard a lot of these other quote unquote analysts and other podcasts saying. I don't think it was ever a scheme problem. Verbiage and language was probably a hurdle that I believe was progressed through and worked through very well. You're talking about 7 games in the season. We're looking like we're looking. This team is really poised to make a strong finish for our November gauntlet, man. But my primary key to success, and I think you touched on it, was the defensive line being able to get pressure with 4 in the pass game. I don't think LSU is going to lean on their run game. I think our ability to get pressure with 4 is going to be key. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
Yeah, definitely got to get pressure because it was funny listening to Kane Womack yesterday because he was saying it in a very respectful way, but he was basically saying that Garrett Musselmeyer is very prompt to turning the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like always a gunslinger like Brett Favre and stuff. And it's like, yeah, we know what you're saying. Like, he really is talented. Obviously, he can't hurt the defense, but he is probably going to put it in a dangerous situation on a few occasions. So they have to be prepared to capitalize on those, but they can create those type of opportunities by getting pressure on him with 4 and dropping everybody back into coverage, which is kind of what they did against Missouri. I mean, they were getting a lot of pressure with 4, dropping 7 and 8, and that was part of the reason why, for the first time this year, we did not see a receiver running just wide open on the secondary. So that was a positive step, I think. LT Overton is going to be really big. Obviously, Tim Keenan, Tim Smith, the whole crew up front. They're going to have to get pressure on Nussmeier with those 4, and it's going to be a challenge. They have Emory Jones, they have Will Campbell. Obviously, we know what type of pedigree those two have at tackle. So I want to see the front 4 get pressure to keep, that secondary at bay. Again, I just said it, but I thought it was a really positive sign that against Missouri for the first time, there just weren't people running open and you're holding your breath, hoping that the receiver doesn't hit them, because that's been the case every game this year, up until this point. So I think the technique in the secondary has gotten a little bit better, but that can be mitigated if LT Overton and those guys continue to play at a high level. So that is, a huge key in this game.
100%, man. And I think we're going to see more effectiveness. If I had to highlight a key player for this defensive front to really go off and have an effective impact, like really impact the game, I'm gonna call out James Smith. He's really been trending upward these past 3 or 4 games. Even the game against South Carolina, he was really the saving grace before he got injured. And having him in that rotation, I think starting him with Tim Keenan in the interiors is like our best look right now. And when we have to go heavy with him, Tim Smith, Tim Keenan, and LT Overton up front, that's a vicious group, man. That's a vicious group up front. You can contain the pass if you want to. You can send 4 drop 7 with that group. LT Overton gives a different set of him. Ja Latham. I will say this: Ja Latham has definitely calmed down a lot these last 3 games, and has started to perform a lot better. If he can finish tackles, finish plays, he can put himself in that second round, early second round, late second round draft stock area. Right now, he's not finishing plays. He's not finishing plays. The issue we saw with LT Overton early in the season, he cleaned it up. Been spot on since Vanderbilt. But you get Ja Latham to clean that up. Keon Keeley, I hope he starts getting pushed into that rotation a little bit more. Seeing that he's been improving in practice, he's starting to turn some heads now, getting used to being at that true bandit position, that end position. So I think we're going to start to see this team really perform to its full potential defensively with the improvements that we're seeing just on the back end with communication.
Yeah, I agree with that. And then the thing on Keeley, to keep in mind is that the fact that like he has made a travel roster recently is a good sign.
Right.
So that in itself, like, okay, is he going to get 30 snaps against LSU? Probably not. But just that little thing in itself lets you know that he is not checked out, right? He's still working hard. He's still progressing, and they thought enough of him to travel him. So that in itself is a good sign. Jordan Renard is somebody who came on and talked about yesterday, who is his role is increasing, and you're seeing the quick twitch, you're seeing the athleticism, you're starting to see that breakthrough. So this defensive line group, I mean, I said this during fall camp in one of my stories that this group had the most playable depth on the entire team.
Yes.
There are legitimately like, we could probably name like 8 guys who you would feel comfortable playing double-digit snaps. There might even be more if we listed them all out. So really strong group. You have to lean on that. I think that's continuously become a strength. And they have to get pressure on Nussmeier. And to what's your point, you're talking about Jamarian Latham and finishing plays and where his draft stock. This is a money game for the defensive line. You have Will Campbell, you have Emory Jones. These are 2 All-American type players. Will Campbell's probably going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. This is a make your money type of game. Everybody's going to be watching it. So a huge game from that defensive line will kind of solidify the draft position that you're talking about.
100%, man. And that's what's crazy, because these are the games where we usually see, especially in a season like this during the Saban era. And I hate to do this, but it still has the same type of feel when it comes to matchups like Alabama and LSU. You're still going to have top talent on both sides of the ball. You see the talent spread across college football is still is out there. The spread is there, but you still have Alabama, you still have LSU, you still have first round potential wide receivers on LSU side. You have first round potential DBs on the Alabama side, first round potential linebackers, first round potential running back. Well, I wouldn't say that about LSU's running back right now. But I mean, next year with another year of development, you might see his name, because that's what they do. They develop running backs at LSU. So we're in for a good one. We're in for a good one. Here with our last 5 minutes of the conversation, Kenny. Bro, you know how I like to do, man. I like to get some score predictions every now and then. We can talk offensive MVP, defensive MVP. But before we do that, coaching mentality. This is something that I've been talking about a lot on my show, being that this is a new staff. A lot of people are so used to it, Saban doing a certain thing. Coaching mentality. Let's do quick breakdowns. I'll name a coach and you give me what his mentality, play calling wise, but also demeanor wise, should be it coming into this game. And we'll start with the head coach, Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah, I would say a little fiery. I would like to see him, just kind of, continuously show some energy, show a little fire, just get his team amped up and ready to play. I think that he's somebody who is a little bit misinterpreted in terms of maybe what he displays in the public eye and maybe the type of coach that he actually is. I think if you follow what the players say week to week and you listen to what they really say, there is a little bit of fire there that exists that maybe people don't see. I'd like to see that kind of continue, and maybe some more of those nuggets continue to kind of leak out as we continue to talk to players and the coaches about the type of fiery competitor that he is. But I like to see him just kind of, keep that same intensity and just kind of set the tone for this week and get this team really ready to play.
100%. Let's stay on the offensive side, being that Coach DeBoer is offensive minded. He's usually more involved with the offense. Let's jump on to the offensive line. Coach Cap. I know a lot of people expect me to go to Coach Sheridan, but Coach Cap, what's his mentality coming into this game? What do we need to see from him? And then from a gameplay standpoint, we've seen the rotation of offensive linemen. Geno Vandermark to me has not been effective. I don't know what the infatuation there is, but I think we have more viable assets in that locker room, especially at the offensive line position. You're talking about Rock Montgomery gets in and he's getting chewed out for going to find work, working past the whistle, just really dogging the dude, doing too much. Game was over. He was doing too much. And I love the fact that Kalen DeBoer recognized that, and saw him. And that's when you're an important player. But offensive line, Coach Cap, thoughts?
Yeah, I think that what he needs to be kind of preaching, and obviously, he's going to be firing in his own way, but he needs to make sure that mentally the offensive line is in a place where they're not going to get too high or too low. What happened against Tennessee does not need to happen against LSU, where it's the first drive of the game. The unit is discombobulated. It's like a snap off of Miro's chest, and then you have a penalty. You're backed up. The crowd is into it. The offensive line needs to be even keel, and they need to establish momentum early on in the game to keep that crowd off of them. That Tennessee crowd really affected Alabama. I think that's obvious. You could make the case that they're going to step into an even more hostile atmosphere on Saturday. So the intensity is going to ratchet up a bit. Offensive line has to play an even keel game. They have to keep everything stabilized. So for Cap, it's probably going to be, I would like to see, or I would hope that it's a lot of mental work. Obviously, they're going to get their working on the field, but making sure that their mind is in the right place to handle that type of atmosphere on Saturday is going to be really important.
100%, 100%. Now let's jump to the defensive side. I think I got a good idea how Kane Womack feels. I watched that interview from yesterday, bro. I'm telling you, I think Kane Womack is struggling with not allowing that Southern Womack energy. You know how his dad was. He's struggling with not allowing that to just come out with our media team, because and I talked about this, and I know you can't speak on it, but man, I think they want to give us a little bit more. It's just the type of what they're receiving is not allowing them to. So he's been giving us enough, and he's teeing on that he's teeing on a couple S bombs and A bombs and F bombs. Like because he's that intense, and I love it. So I want to look at Colin Hitzler. One of my keys to success, which was my final key to success this morning, was the back end discipline from our safeties and corners. We know that we've seen Mincy is a name that has been playing in the safety room now at the Husky. No, he's been slotted at the Rover and the free safety position in that rotation now. Colin Hitzler and this back end of our defense, man. What's his mindset? What do we need to see from him, and your assessment of him? Because he was kind of like a dark horse hire for me that I felt like was going to be a key hire for us and show his worth this year. And you can see that with the amount of interceptions we've been able to accumulate just from our safeties alone.
Yeah, I just think trust in the system, trust communication. To your point earlier about that improving on the defense, I think those are the keys for the secondary. When you look at the secondary, it's really interesting because it's like you're asking yourself, like, why are they getting burned so much over the top of the scheme thing? It's definitely not a speed or a skill thing. They have track stars in the secondary. Is more of a technique thing, I think, and I think we saw that to be cleaned up a little bit in the Missouri game. Again, we didn't see people running wide open, which was a positive sign. The skill level, competition-wise, is definitely going to step up. Obviously, when you're talking about Kyron Lacey and what LSU is going to bring to the table, so I think execution, the technique, the communication, all of those things, we're gonna have to see that at a really, really high level. I think what Bray Hubbard did against Missouri is really encouraging.
Mm-hmm.
Second on the tackles, he had that that diving interception. I think the confidence level of that group is at a high right now, and Hitchler deserves some credit for how he's kind of developed that room. I think obviously it's like, okay, we have Keon Seb, you have Malachi Moore. Those are two built-in guys, but one guy goes down, Bray Hubbard goes in, and he's playing great.
Yes.
So the development with that Hitchler had in that position, I think should warrant some credit as well. But I just think technique-wise, they have to be on their keys, because if they revert back to what we saw Tennessee and every week earlier, LSU is going to have people open, and Nussmeier is not going to miss them like the other quarterbacks have missed at the throughout the season when guys have been open. So keying in on that technique is going to be really important. So I think Hitchler is going to be preaching fundamentals a lot this week.
Awesome. And just to kind of piggyback off of that before we get into our score predictions, I think Bray Hubbard's development, his production thus far is going to open up for guys like King Mack, who may need another year in this system to come back and be a leader in that room next year, because Sab is gone, Malachi Moore is gone, Devontae Smith, who's been playing excellent the last 3 games, y'all. I don't think y'all paid attention to Smitty and how key he's been in run support, but also a lot of those screens getting blown up. Like Malachi Moore started that game up. Go watch a lot of the key stops in the second half and who's making those plays. 8 is everywhere on the field.
Yeah, secondary's been really good this year. I think.
Massive improvement. Thank you, T-Rob.
Let me not say they've been really good, but they have made incredible strides from the beginning of the year to now. And a lot of guys have been stepping up. To your point about Devontae Smith, the fact that he's just been healthy this year has just been incredible. Like, that's probably one of in the context of what we talk about all with everything in Alabama, he's been one of the most underrated stories on the team. Just the fact that he's been healthy, been a leader, been productive has been really crucial for that defense. So I'm expecting a big game out of him on Saturday as well.
100%. All right, Kenny, we got about 3 minutes here. Give me score prediction real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to go Alabama like a 27-20 type of game.
Mm-hmm.
To me, this is kind of like, this is a very similar situation to last year, I think, where it's like, you remember they were down 20-7 against Tennessee. It's halftime. Everybody's like, what is going on? They come out and play a great second half, go into their bye. LSU right after that, and then they kind of pop. Kind of similar. Like, you're going through the first half of the Missouri game. You're like, what is up with this team? They turn it around. They go into the bye. You feel like they have a lot of momentum. And now you're in a do-or-die game against LSU. To me, this game kind of comes down to which defense do I trust to get consecutive stops most. And I trust Bama's defense a little bit more than LSU's. I also think they're going to be able to take the ball away. So I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Alabama's going to pull it out in the end.
Okay. Offensive MVP.
Offensive MVP, I'm going to go with Jalen Milroe. I mean, it's going to be, it's going to come down to the quarterback. He's going to have to do a lot, throwing the ball, running the ball. Really, I think it's going to come down to ball security. That's probably why he would be my MVP. If he ends the day with a clean sheet, no turnovers, picks, or fumbles, then Alabama should be in a good position to win. So for that reason, he's probably going to be the MVP.
Okay, defensive MVP.
I'm going to go with LT Overton. He's somebody who has just been a revelation this year. He almost looks like a one and done type of player. Like, came in, he's going to play 1 year and probably make a lot of money in the NFL next year. Him going up against Emory Jones and Will Campbell, he's going to have a day if Alabama's going to win. He's going to have to impact the game, get pressure on Nussmeier to throw that passing game off balance. So I'm looking for a big game out of LT Overton.
100%, man. 100%. Well, Kenny, bro, I appreciate you for pulling up on the Coach Smook Network, man. Let the people know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, on Twitter at Kenny _theathletic.com, searching my name, Kennington Smith, or if you could type in Alabama football, you'll find it there, or The Athletic, however you get your mobile apps.
100%, man. Y'all go make sure y'all support my bro, man. He pulled up last minute. Hey, that's brotherhood right there, man. Kenny, outside of work, man, how life been, man?
No, life's been good. Bye week was nice to be able to get back home to Atlanta, see some family and stuff. Went to a baby shower, so that was all good. Still DJing, picking up some gigs along the way. I got something tentatively planned for the SEC championship. I know Bama's still mathematically alive, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there, but potentially got a gig lined up for that weekend. So otherwise, can't complain, man. Living right, and the days are long, but the weeks are short. It's crazy that the college football season is almost over.
Oh, already! Stop saying it, Kenny. Stop.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, just outside of all that, just trying to enjoy these last 2 weeks as much as I can.
100%. Basketball season kicked off last night, man. Officially, both boys and women's team put up big numbers, right? Man, I'm excited. I'm getting to a women's game. I think next week. I think I got to look at the schedule, but this men's team. I know Memphis isn't Memphis of old, but this Memphis team isn't a pushover, and they went out there, and for game one to be down, not have 4 guys really out there in the rotation. Our team looks pretty solid, man. Like, and this is a crazy good start. Well, a good starting spot for this team.
Yeah, no, the team looks incredible. And 2 words, LeBaron Philon. Superstar. I don't know what that says about Kansas, that they just let him out of his national level attendance, basically just kind of gave him to Nate Oates, but he needs to send Bill Self the finest bottle of wine, champagne, liquor. I don't know what Bill Self drinks. I don't know if he drinks at all, but whatever he enjoys, Nate Oates needs to send something very high quality in that category to thank him for.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
For dropping him off in his lap, because he's probably going to be a lottery pick at some point. It might even be this year. I'm not trying to put too much on him after one game, but he looks like a high round NBA draft prospect.
And you know what that's going to do for Mark Sears and the rest of those guys, man.
Right.
I mean, it's just Mark can really play off the ball this year. Oh my God. And they're gonna, oh man.
Right. You still got Reitzel, you still have Aiden Holloway.
You still got Stevenson.
Yeah, they have shooters everywhere. They have length. They're a team right now that looks like doesn't have any holes. We'll see.
Stay healthy.
Right. Staying healthy is probably going to be the biggest caveat with this team. So, like what you saw at game one, I think the nice part about it with a coach like Nate Oates is you're not going to have to worry about what this team is going into SEC play because he's going to schedule good enough teams where you're going to know, in November and December what type of team that Alabama is working with. And obviously they can improve, but there's not going to be many questions when you have teams like Purdue and Houston and Creighton and the rest on your schedule. They're going to be well tested.
Yes, 100%. Well, thank you, Kenny, for pulling up this morning, man. I enjoy it every time we get on here, bro. And yeah, man, we definitely gonna get up for that SEC championship. We were trying to do a tailgate party again. I don't know if you saw the I'm gonna send you the link from the tailgate party we did in the Georgia game. It was crazy, bro. We did it with the tailgate party committee, my brothers and them. So but yeah, man, we gotta get up, man, because I'm going to the SEC. Whether Bama make it or not, I'm going for the festivities, man. I love the SEC championship atmosphere in Atlanta. It's always a good time. And preferably our Tika, man, we still got it in front of us. And I want to invite you to a show. I think we're gonna do it Thursday evening, bro. I'm gonna send you the information, but I want to get a panel together to talk about the CFP rankings and playoff outlook. Or we might do it tonight. I think they said they want to do it tonight. So I'll shoot you a text and see what's up, man.
All right, for sure.
All right, brother. You have a good one.
All right, you too.
All right, man. Y'all, my brother Kenny. Man, that's my dude, y'all. That's solid right there, man. I mean, work for big time too, man. Work for big time. He write for big time. So, and y'all heard him. My boy got his credentials. I'm excited for him getting down there on that sideline down there at LSU. So, y'all know we're gonna have the inside scoop on everything happening on the sideline, all that good stuff, man. All right, y'all. So we're going into our first break, and right after we come back, I want to highlight some players, and then we're going to open the phone lines up. We're going to open the phone lines up for y'all today here on the Coach Smook Network. Schedules at the bottom here on the Coach Smook Caller and Show. Hopefully, y'all enjoying yourselves, man, and ready to have some fun. I'm excited for y'all to call in today and talk about this Alabama LSU matchup, and we're going to get score predictions, MVPs, all that good stuff. So y'all get ready to call in here on the Coach Smook Network, but we're going to go into our first infomercial break. So after these infomercials, we'll get into the calling segment. Thank y'all. And if you're not a member of the channel, think about becoming a member. Y'all check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. And each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Keep me off the ball, I run it back.
Leandre Gota Tejus.
Man, I know I am not reading correctly in the chat. Not only one bank in here trying to check something that I said about my Crimson Tide and trying to label it. What? Boy, you have been found guilty of multiple fair weather accounts, and you want to talk about. I said I'm going to the SEC championship game, whether my Bama Crimson Tide make it or not. That don't got nothing to do with being fair weather, because we could win out and not make it to the SEC championship. How's that fair weather? You tried it, and just because you tried it, guess what? I want to revisit a statement you made a week ago, and because I want to revisit that, we're going to delay our calling segment for this right here. Reporting live here from Coach Smook Network, guys. Today, we have a fair weather sighting here in our very own chat. I cannot believe it. They got bold enough to pull up. And then this joker tried, this motherfucker tried to call me out. This man tried to say, I'm fair weather. Me? Come on, y'all. Come, Smook. Should we let him live? Should we let him live? I don't think we let him live. So because you came in talking about what I said was fair weather. You talking about it sounded a little fair weather. What about you in week 2 saying Milroe was a Heisman winner, and then now because he had a struggle game against Tennessee, he need to be replaced. All this quitting, talking about he ain't it. Boy, you better sit down. And then you ain't even got a wristband. You lucky we don't put you in timeout. You ain't even got a wristband. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all better be careful. Y'all better be careful. Y'all like the news. Y'all like the city light background. Just wait, man. Just wait. Hey, ain't even got a wristband. How you ain't got a wristband, bro? Coach, I got a problem with all these supposed to be 5 stars. Where they at? We got them, or we don't. Too much talent not to be playing. Oh yeah. What's up? What's up, Denunzio? Hey, somebody get Denunzio a wristband, man. But nah, listen, bro. This team is just fine. Only one bank. I don't know what your real name is, bro. But I'm gonna need you to get a wristband before you start trying to call out anything fair weather, especially when you tested positive for fair weather fandom. That's our fair weather fan report of the day. I'm glad to be here with you. Up next, y'all, get ready to call in. The phone line is open now. 334-625-1121. Y'all go ahead and call in. I'm here, ready to take your calls. Check it out. You're talking about Jalen Milroe?
weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Call from
Rico, put me in the game.
to accept, press 1.
Yo, we got our first caller on the line. What's up, man? Say your name and put me in the game, coach.
Rico, put me in the game, coach.
What's up, Rico, man? I was trying to time it up. I should have waited till after the little intro to open the phone line because I wanted to make sure I get everybody's intro because you did a good one on the phone line. But we'll get it. I think I could crop it in there once I do the edit. But you beat Zach, man. I just seen Zach get pushed to the voicemail. I know he probably back there. Zach, don't break nothing. We got time limits on everybody's phone calls. So, Rico, calling in, man. Give me your thoughts, man. You're in the game. Alabama versus LSU this weekend. We're talking MVP score predictions. Your thoughts on what key. As a matter of fact, let's do it like this. Key to success for the offense. Give me your thoughts, Rico.
Man, they got to get the running game going early. Early and often. Get Jam rolling. You get Justice rolling, and then you get Jalen Milroe rolling. Because if you get that going, it's gonna open up the RPOs, and then Jalen can really go to work.
Right, 100%. Key to success for the defense. Give me your thoughts, man.
And the linebackers got to be linebacking. And penetrating the defensive end.
Whoa! What the linebackers got to do? What?
Linebacking.
Go ahead, man. Man. I had to get one in today, bro. I'm telling you, we got some clips coming up, y'all. Chat. I hope y'all ready. I'm glad we was able to go live today. I'm just so happy to be back, Rico. Go ahead, bro.
Man, and Tim Keenan and Tim Smith, they both gotta have monster games. They got to and get some penetration with the run, and stop the runs. And as long as they tackle, we gonna be good. As long as they continue to do some good tackling, we gonna be good.
Right.
They don't do good to penetrate and miss tackles. So, and the way that LSU's defense has been all year, I like our chances as long as Milroe is making the right reads and all of that stuff. I like our chances. It's probably going to end up being a shootout because LSU's offense ain't no joke. I don't think we can completely shut them down. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a shootout, I believe. So yeah. But as far as my score prediction is gonna be, I'm thinking 35-21.
35-21.
35-21.
All right. And
I think players of the defensive players. You know what? Is Jalen Mbakwe still hurt?
No, he's back. He's back.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
official injury report comes out Wednesday. I believe.
Oh.
We usually post it in the Discord. But yeah. You know what, Rico? I got to give you a minute back because you know what, chat? I hate y'all. I hate y'all so much. Yeah, can we just talk football without when I'm the penetration? Yeah, I seen that. I heard it. Okay, we're talking football. When you said what he said, a shootout. I don't know why they took me out because we're talking football, chat. We're talking football. All y'all need help. So everybody right now, you need everybody in the chat that put this type of emoji on the screen. If you have one of these, and I got proof, I need $1.99 super chat because you're disrupting the chat. You're not talking. I need $1.99 super chats. We need a super chat train right now. All these laughing faces, you're caught. You're caught. That's the penalty. You're caught. All you laughing faces, you're caught. $1.99. It's $1.99 for laughing on the coach. No, I'm just playing, y'all. Appreciate y'all. But y'all are a trip, man. Keep the energy up. I appreciate y'all. Rico, 31. What you said the final score was 34-21?
35-21.
35-21.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give my projection, but that's a similar feel. I feel like we're gonna get close to that 40 range. Their defensive front is athletic. If their defensive front gets off, we're gonna struggle. But I think our defense is a lot more poised to create disruption. And Nussmeier with time can be effective, but he's real Carson Beckish, and he took some hits last week. He took some hits last week.
Well, my score prediction was more so giving their defense some credit that they might actually be up for the game.
Right.
But they
will be. This is a elimination game for both teams. Brian Kelly has proven that he can compete as a coach in the SEC. He can dial up game plans. He hasn't. I know we give LSU a lot of trash, but he hasn't needed the refs to bail him out. You know, that first win against us, that was a good coaching. That was great coaching, great play calling, great adjustments. You know, and before Jaden Daniels went out last year, he managed that team. They had a lot of explosion around them, explosive pieces around them, but they only. When he went down, you saw how ineffective that team was, and it took him being able to scheme up Jaden Daniels and allow him to be what he was for that team. But this year they doing the same with Nussmeier. You saw A&M just had a different game plan that they weren't prepared for, and I think it caught up with them. Let's see if we can do the same. Final thoughts, Rico. Final thoughts, bro, and then we're gonna open the phone lines up.
Man, I'm just, I just believe that both running backs are going to have hell of a games. And I think that Jalen will have a hell of a game. In fact, I'm going to give the offensive MVP to Jalen Milroe. Well, no. I'm going to give it to Ty Simpson.
Oh.
For riding the pine so beautifully.
Oh, Lord. Oh Lord, man!
And that's the farewell. That's the farewell the MVP of the week.
Dang, Rico, that's messed up, bro. You know what? Because I had a hot take that I was gonna put out for a vibe, but I think I'm gonna say it since you said it on the line. If Jalen Milroe gets injured this game, because I'm telling you, man, there's some crazy stuff going on social media right now. You got players, family members talking about they targeting Milroe in this spot, and if he make it throughout the game, payback for Jaden Daniels last year, all of these crazy things and stuff like that, man. Players they play into that sometimes. Not everybody plays the game with the level of respect it should be played at, and it's a violent game. But you're not going out there trying to roll somebody's ankle while they're on the ground. After you done take them down, you're not doing all that extra stuff. And so, but I have. Please tell me we back. So we just had no, you good. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. So that was the technician, y'all. I'm sorry. I told y'all earlier we was gonna have a technician. I found a workaround and they came and did their job. So we back. I'm back. Thank y'all for sticking around, sticking it out, right? Sticking it out and sticking around. That part. Thank y'all for where we at. 38 likes on the stream. Are we back? We back. We bite. We back. Okay. Thank y'all. Look at God. Won't he do it? Look. And Rico. Do I still got Rico on the line? Let me see. Nah, he dead. Nah, he ain't dead. The phone line died. Phone line is open. Call in 334-625. 625-1121. 625-1121. Call in. Check us out, man. We live right now here on the Coach Smook Morning Show. Are we still live on Twitter? I think we still live on Twitter. And Facebook. Yeah, we still live. Check it out. Got a phone call on the line.
Call from
Zach Willie.
To accept, press 1. To send
Zach Willie, what's good, man? You on the line. You in the game. Talk to me, Zach.
What's going on, Coach Smook? How are you this morning, man?
Man, look, hopefully everything back straight, man. The technician pulls up. I mean, dang, bro. He could have came and knocked on the door or something. You know what I'm saying? I got that something. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, they just restarted our gateway to get everything back online. So we back. Y'all like that Zach Willie intro? Zach, you like your new persona name? I just named you. Like like a new family. I don't want to say that. You're like a new family member. I just named you. Zach Willie.
But I got a bone to pick with you, Coach.
What what I did?
You turned my moment into a whole YouTube short.
What
you're going to get on the chat for calling Rico out?
Where
was this energy when I did you played right along into it.
What?
So,
Zach, what are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. What YouTube short?
The full blast.
Oh, the full blast situation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know nothing about that.
Oh.
Hey, you got. Hold on, Zach. I'm gonna point you to our editor, our graphics and animation editor, Dwight. You gotta go. You gotta email his office. That's who handles that type of stuff. I don't handle that, Zach. I don't handle that.
All right.
But yeah, man, it was definitely a good vibe. That one has. Oh yeah, Dwight, we blaming you. That one was definitely you. But best believe, Zach, Rico got it's going to become a whole playlist. This whole the whole phone call segment is becoming a thing now. People like to hear the phone calls. And I'm definitely behind the power curve and getting a lot of these clips done, both good with information and insight, but also we have some funny moments that are memorable, and I plan on continuing to push those out. So thank you for being a part of that, man. But talk to me about this Alabama LSU game. We're starting with defense, offense, score predictions, and then MVPs, man. Give me your insight, your thoughts on what this defense. Let's start with the defense for you, Zach. What this defense needs to do, key to success for us to get a victory.
Our defensive line needs to get pressure on Nussmeier. Our linebackers have to hit the hole with intensity. And then our secondary, our cornerbacks and safeties can't let the wide receivers get behind them. We have to use good technique and run and phase with them, and be there to make plays on the ball, which I believe we're going to be able to do it because we've been able to get pressure on every quarterback we've played against so far. It's sometimes we didn't capitalize on those pressures, but overall we have done a good job along our defensive line. Offensively, Milrow has to be more decisive with his eyes.
Okay.
And what I mean more decisive with his eyes, he has to be able to read the option better. Whichever defensive end or whoever he's supposed to read, he needs to get his eyes in the right spot and be able to read off of that and make the best decision for us to be successful. Wide receivers, we need to get off the line with intensity and get the right depth to be able to have the most success at completing the passes and whatnot. Our run game has to be more productive, and when I say more productive, I mean we have to utilize our run game more this week, and whether it's using Milrow or using Jam and Justice or Jam and Richard, whoever's in the game, we need them to hit the hole with intensity and to drive with their legs. The tight ends, we need tight ends to do their thing. Keep doing their thing. My defensive MVP, I'm going to go with Bray Hubbard because I think he's going to have another productive game this week. My offensive MVP, I'm going to go with Justice because I think he's going to improve upon what he did 2 weeks ago in the Missouri game and hit the hole with intensity and be able to drive his legs and if he has to run the defenders over and pick up positive yards.
For sure. Now, Zach, I kind of asked Kenny about this too. What do you want to see when you turn this game on Saturday? And as far as the sideline, I know a lot of the fan base is big on the sideline presence of energy and all of that. I feel like this game, there needs to be a little bit more attention paid to that aspect of this game. It's going to be an emotional game. It's going to be an intense game. The crowd is going to be into it. On the sideline, staff, players, whatever. What's the look, man? What do we need to see?
We need to see kind of that Nick Saban fire in Kalen DeBoer, and we got a glimpse of it. With him going off on Rock and him just coaching him up. Hey, we don't need you to get a personal foul for being too rough after the whistle. And from Kane Walnut, I want him to be excited and celebrate when his players make a good play. Kind of like the big 4th and go stop to secure the shutout. I was excited when I seen him, running up to his players, chest bumping them, patting them on the, giving them a pat on the butt, like, good job. We need to see more of that. We need to continue to have that when when the defense makes big plays, to kind of keep the energy up and the momentum towards our side of the ball, or our side. because we can't let LSU get a bunch of momentum in this game, because then we're gonna lose the game. And on our coaching too, because going for a 2-point conversion twice, and if we'd have just kicked the extra point, we would have won the game. And because we didn't kick the extra point those 2 times, it ended up costing us the game in overtime.
Right,
and
right.
So it was yes. Not taking away the fact that Brian Kelly had a great game plan in that game, but it wasn't just his coaching; it was our coaching too, or our lack of coaching.
Facts. Facts.
Or so we just need to stay humble and not get too in the Yes,
too hype in the moment. Don't get too over emotional in the moment. Keep everything under wraps, and I think we'll be straight. Zach, final thoughts, man.
Clean up the penalties. We got to clean up the penalties in this game, especially on 3rd down on defense. I mean, you seen I said it in the chat. We got to clean up the penalties, because if we clean up the penalties, then we're getting off the field on 3rd down, and we'll give our offense more opportunities, which will give us more opportunities to build the momentum in the game and to take the air out of the stadium, and quiet the stadium.
I ain't gonna lie, Zach. I had to go grab a honey bun while we was on the phone, boy. I got hungry.
Hey, you always hungry, man.
Zach, I had to go and grab me a honey bun. And somebody said a cheese sandwich. This ain't a cheese sandwich. This one of them glazed honey buns, pause. Them frosted ones.
Yeah.
So I had to go and get one. But Zach, I appreciate you calling in, bro.
Yes, row tide to you and my AAA family. I will talk to y'all later.
100%, man. 100%. We got another call on the line. Who is this?
Call from
Robert from New Jersey.
To accept, press 1. To send a
Robert from New Jersey. How you feeling?
Man, listen, Zach is long-winded, dog. My man, Zach.
Hey, 5 minutes is 5 minutes, big dog. I gotta let my boy. Does Robert even have a wristband? Why he trying to check somebody's time on a car?
No, I'm just playing, dog. I'm just joking
I
around.
know.
Come on, man. Cut it out. Hey, man, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. How you feeling today?
Oh, I'm good, man. You know what's so funny? Somebody just asked me, like, yo, man, what do you feel about LSU Bama game? I said, man, listen, I talk to my nephew every day. I'm so confident in this game. You don't even understand, man. Just to hear somebody that's in there and what these guys are talking about. Hey, man, these dudes taking this game so serious, but they so confident and relaxed. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that about the way these guys are approaching the game. But I did get confirmation that, hey, this will be a great game. The board keep calling them plays. We'll be straight. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
because he did take over the play calling in that Missouri game.
Did I not say going into last week's show, going into last week's game? Did I not say I would love to see Kalen DeBoer take advantage of those high moments, those moments where and I know for a fact it had to be a difference of play calling on that 3rd drive, because the first drive,
because you saw it.
The first drive was good. You saw it, but then 2nd and 3rd drive, you're like, hold up. And then we caught a timeout. And we have an opportunity to take advantage of that 2nd and I think 2nd and 7. And we hit that crosser. I said, okay, this is different. And then we went right back to the run game, to start the second quarter. I was like, okay, this ain't Sheridan here. Because Sheridan up top, he's seeing all these one-on-ones, mismatches from the top. He getting excited. Nah, build that run game up.
Yeah. And he was taking what they give him. That's why I was like, yo, and I asked, you know me, I asked. I was like, yo, man, let me tell me the truth. Who's calling them players? He go, oh, for sure, you know who it was. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, listen, I tell you what, the one thing too, man, that's going to probably factor into this game, man, this weather, man. I seen there's a storm approaching around that time, especially on game day. It's supposed to be a storm. I'm trying to see, like, as far as the time, like what time they predicting to be there, but I know it's supposed to be definitely early in the game. And I don't know if, like, between the maybe second, third quarter be dried up, then fourth quarter be right back around. You know, just trying to check that out. But I think that's a major factor, especially for a guy with their quarterback. Their quarterback like to put the ball up like 50 times a game.
And they need it. That's what their offensive identity is this season. I mean, we've seen them be that for the last 2 seasons. The only difference, I believe, last year you had more of a run threat at the quarterback position. And Nussmeier is a viable runner. He's not electric, but he's smart with his running when he uses his legs. So we're definitely going to have to be disciplined. Right. But you're not expecting them to air the ball out 50 times in. Now, I'm going to tell you this from experience. Playing the game, also coaching in the rain. As a wide receiver, I hate it. I hate it. You're not making cuts. You're not doing anything. But as a defensive back, I love it because I can play off on everything. I'm getting my feet set. I ain't on my heels. I'm kind of grounded already. I'm always, like, majority of the time when you passing the ball in the rain, it's either going to be a deep shot outside or you're going to try to get something quick to the outside. I mean, a quick slant, quick screen. So as a DB, you just get to sit at the sticks for a majority of the game, 7 yards to 10 yards off the ball, and really just drive. Man, you love this type of game as a DB. And then for our physical DBs at the safety position, run support. If it comes into that type of game, you're playing right into what our defense wants to do.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, man, listen, at the end of the day, I know I heard people picking their MVPs and all that for offense. One thing I have to say, I'm hoping the offensive line be the MVP because they need to let these boys eat, run down these boys' throat. I keep telling people time and time again, when you got big, strong, big linemen like these guys, they got to be knocking people down, pancaking them. Get these guys in the game early, in contact, involved. Don't have them shuffle, backpedal and all. I don't want, man. You let these guys go downhill, smash and crash. Let these running backs do their thing. That's how we're going to set the tone of the game. That's going to set the whole tone, being physical with these dudes from the beginning. Because one, they a little light. They got some injuries over there. Their main dog is gone. He's going for the season. I would attack that side early. Let's run right that way because that boy right there is a backup. Let's go right at him. And that's my experience. So let's go right at the weakness. It's just like a lion. When they see a weak, what they do? When they hunt, they look for the weakest one.
Yeah, they gonna get the weakest
right
one.
At them. Go right at them. Let these. So I'm really hoping that the linemen will be the MVP of this game because we're gonna definitely need them to just smash and crash all game, man.
What about on the defensive side?
I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna make I'm sound biased, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, say it. I mean, because I'm
gonna let you right now. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Hold on. Let me say this before, because I know you're going to go with your nephew, and it is expected. But I need him to have a big game. He's not had one this season, and we know he's dealing with the injury. We know what he's dealing with. I need him to have a big game this game because
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go with him. I'm going to go with him, and I'm going to go with Jefferson. Those two going to need to really run downhill and smash and crash on these dudes because, like you said, they're running back and not, but they know how to use them now. They do know how to use that dude. They know how to use them. So I go with him and Jefferson, man. Real talk. I think him and Jefferson do well. I loved them in the middle of last game. I know Lawson had hurt his foot or whatever was going on with his foot, and to see him and Jahad near together in that second half, I loved it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And then even seeing Justin O and what's his name getting snaps, Quay Rusak getting split. Oh my God, that rotation, the linebacker, even Q Rob, his snaps standing up in the middle of the defense were effective because we knew the blitz was coming. You can't stop Q Rob on. He's a pass rush specialist. Yes, he can get out in the flats and cover.
Dog.
He's too long. You can't get your hands on him. Dog. You can't get your hands on him.
Long, fast.
6'4", with a 6'7", 6'8" wingspan.
I'm a predictor. My predicted score is 31-17 Bama.
Okay.
I got 31-17. I think we could put over 30 points on these dudes. Like I said, out physical them and just run down their throat. And then, because they're going to say, oh, Millwall's going to run this, Millwall run. All right, we got 2 running backs that can run down your throat. Don't play no games.
Okay.
And I like to see a couple of them tiny tight end dump passes like my man was just talking about. That would definitely be a good thing.
We need about 2 of them a quarter, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you're going to throw the ball 14 times, if you're going to throw the ball 14 times in the first half and ramp it up to 25 in the second half, let's get out of those 14 passes. I need 4 of those to go to my tight ends or dial it up to give them a look in the middle of that field.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Right there on the same page, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, brother. Well, look, man, listen, God bless you. All glory to God. Praise be to God, Jesus Christ, man. And you keep on doing what you're doing, brother. And, I'll be in Louisiana. I'm going to the game, but then I got to do my NFL game. I got to fly back to D.C. that night on the red eye.
So, there you go, big dog.
Later, my brother.
For sure, bro. I appreciate your support, man. You take care.
Absolutely.
All right, brother. Yes, sir. We got Robert on the line, man. Robert from Jersey, man. Close family member of Jihad Campbell. I think that's his nephew. I think Jihad is his nephew. So appreciate Rob for calling in. And we got a little Bengal, a Bayou Tiger in the chat. What's up, HSC? Appreciate you for pulling up. And HSC, since you bold enough to pull up and talk, call in 334-625-1121. I want HSC to be my last caller today. I want HSC to be my last caller today. We got one more phone call. We're able to have one more phone call. I want HSC to be my final phone call. So you just poking the bear. Now I want you to poke the numbers on your phone, on your keypad, and call into this number and talk that noise. You at work? He one of them LSU fans. This is what I want y'all to realize too. Since we done with the call-in, appreciate y'all for checking out the call-in show this morning. Everybody that called in, we got another show tonight, so y'all have an opportunity to call in and talk more tonight. But check this out: Fairweather fans ain't just for Alabama. Fairweather fans is everywhere. And when you come in and you talk about your team and say another team go lose, and when you get called out to speak on your team, guess what that makes you? Live here on the Coach Smook call-in show, we have a Fairweather fan sighting here on the Coach Smook Network. And surprisingly, oddly enough, this here is not an Alabama fan. This here is a potential Fairweather LSU fan. Everybody, welcome to the stage, the one and only HSC. Thank you for pulling up to the Coach Smook Network. We start the story off. This is a developing story. The first comment from the young gentleman, or lady, whatever it or she or he is, came in, and HSC says, "Man, y'all gonna lose. No, hey, what's up? How you doing? No like on the stream, no share, no nothing. You just come in and you talking crazy about Alabama losing to LSU, and your team just got mollywopped by Texas A&M 2 weeks ago. So if I was you, I would kind of pump the brakes. And then you admit to poking the bear. Don't you poke the bear? And ain't no bears over here, brother. This is nothing but Crimson Tide elephants around here, brother. Wrong animal. Wrong zoo, wrong part of the zoo, brother. But yeah, you don't be around here poking in, and then you say you can't call in because you at work. Well, I hope you're working hard to get some better glasses, because if you talking about your team gonna beat us, I don't care if y'all at home, we could be playing in England. I wouldn't care. I don't think LSU getting this one. So, thank you for showing up with your Fairweatherness today, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you for representing for the Fairweather fans over down there in the boot. We thank you for representing for the Fairweather fans down in the boot here on the Coach Smook Network. But while you're here, take a moment to become a member of the AAA family. You could be our first LSU fan or public LSU fan in the AAA family. You want to know how to do it? This is how you do it, man.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. And each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Yeah, y'all. So what's up, man? Hey, is this the real Uncle Charles that used to be in the chat on TDA? Used to call in on TDA. Is this Uncle Charles? Uncle Charles? Because if this is him, bro, welcome to the Coach Smook Network. I don't know if you really remember Coach Smook, but bro, if this is the real Uncle Charles, welcome. Welcome. Even if it ain't, welcome to the Coach Smook Network. Haven't seen you in here before. Go ahead and get that wristband, man. Go ahead and get that wristband. Yeah, HSC, go get that wristband, man. Y'all get that man the wristband. But a few announcements before we get out of here today. Tonight, we will be doing a live reaction to the college football rankings. We'll go live. I am inviting a few people in tonight. Not sure who the full panel is going to be, but we're going to have some representatives from different fan bases, some different representatives from different teams. And we're going to get into it, y'all. We're going to have some fun, man. All right, man. Look, Uncle Charles, you need to, tap in over here. Bump all them other channels. I ain't even over front. Bump all them other channels, Uncle Charles. You already know how I'm coming. You pause on that. But you already know how we bringing it. Pause. I can't say nothing. You already know how we gonna do. All right. Jamarcus, what's good, man? Welcome in. But be on the lookout for that. And y'all, we do not have plans for the SEC championship, but I am promoting it for the tailgate party committee. I will be going to the SEC championship at the tailgate, whether Alabama wins or not, wins out and goes to because I do believe we will win out. It just might be a case of numbers where we don't make it to the SEC championship, but still in the playoffs. That's fine. I'm still going to the SEC championship. Is in Atlanta. I'm the tailgate party committee. They'll be hosting the event. So be on the lookout for that link. Don't forget to go check out your merch, y'all. Don't forget to check out your merch. We got the merch. White letter lineup is up now, y'all. White letter lineup is up. If you haven't went on the site to check it out, you're missing out. You're missing out. Let me go ahead and pull it up real quick. That ain't it. Here it is. So if you haven't went and checked out the merch yet, the white letter lineup, you're missing out. I'm telling you right now, go get your merch. All of the stuff is fitting well. All the sizes are true to size. So if you're a 2X, you might, if you think you're 2X, you might need to get an extra large. All the extra larges have been fitting most people who say they want a 2X. So definitely go check that out. And a shout out to our sponsors, man. Diamond Sports Group, Man of Standard Executive Security. That's my brother, Willie McMillan. Thank him for supporting the network, and for you all, man, thank y'all for supporting the Coach Smook Network and making this channel continue to grow. Like I said, man, we've hit that 2.3K mark, on our way to 2.5K. So keep on sharing the network, keep on sharing the content, y'all. Everybody's enjoying it. We might. I'm probably gonna try to get some gaming in today too. Y'all don't have Nick anymore. Ain't nobody scared of y'all. Hey, Chris, how you feeling? Who's your team, Chris? Welcome, little Chrissy. Chrissy, who's your team? I got energy. Who got? Oh, Chris. I got about 5 more minutes left on the show, man. Who's your team, Chris? I got about 5 more minutes left on the show. Who's your team, Chris? I want to talk. To close out the show. Y'all, it's game time, y'all. We getting in the comments. Drop your best comments. Drop your hit lines. Drop your hot takes. Whatever you got coming. Pause. Drop them in the chat. Why does this thing not look? Okay, that is. There it is. There go Chris. I want y'all to see his face. Why you look like you cry all the time? Chris, you be crying all the time? Real sassy. Okay. Chris, what's up, man? Who your team, Chris? The hurricane that's coming Saturday to Louisiana is named Crimson Tide. Facts. It's the tsunami. The tide coming up, going wipe through. Mookie, what's good? How you feeling? Chris, who your team, man? Don't come in here get quiet. Who your team, Chris? Who your team, Chris? He do look like he be crying all the time, don't it? I do care. Oh, Chris, your big sister used to take your sippy cup. My sister, she used to take my sippy cup too, but I ain't cry. I had to jack up one time. Chris, you got a big sister, you take your sippy cup. Guarantee it. Roll Tide to everybody in the chat, all my Bama fans in the chat, AAA family, everybody, SOS, much love to everybody in the chat. I love y'all. Thank y'all for showing up today, man. It's been fun. Y'all know I am going to act a fool any chance I get. And I felt like we had a great show again today, man. Thank y'all for supporting. Once again, don't forget to like on your way out. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to let your mammy and your daddy know that we live again tonight, man, for the college football playoff rankings. So when they go live, when they start their show, we gonna start ours. All right. I hope it's not Auburn. Look, if it's an Auburn fan, he ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't gonna say nothing. Well, y'all, you know what? That's not the beat we supposed to be ending with. We had a special request for a beat, and I was gonna save it for this weekend. I think we can turn up right now to close the show out in this last minute. I think we can turn up one time for the game. We can turn up one time for the. What's up? Yeah. Where the ladies at? Come on the floor. Whoa. Hey. Get down on the floor. Hey. Fellas. Get down on the. Yo. Whoa. Hey, y'all have a good day, man. I'll see y'all later on tonight, man. It's your boy, Coach Smook. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Until we meet again, you see me. Don't forget. Put me in the game, Coach.